Day number 300 of telling myself to finish that stream starting art. Damn my laziness. All I have to do is finish it. Because I already started it. I don't even want to draw anything that complicated. But I'm being lazy. I'll finish it one of these days. I promise. Don't be lazy, be happy. But what if being lazy makes me happy? What if those two overlap a little bit more than they should? Alright. I realized I made a mistake with the gloves. I gotta fix that. Wouldn't be as good of an artist then? Maybe. Don't know. Cannot confirm there. The real-time lighting is really fun. Like, yes. I love making my character look evil. I realized last time my eye tracking kept breaking because I keep looking down to work on this, obviously. So I tried to bump the sensitivity so they would at least stay open, but I also moved my head weirdly, so it might still be weird. I have crap drawing posture. I am hunched over my desk like a little gremlin. Also, can you believe the absolute impeccable timing of things? My mom broke her toe. That's where she's at right now. It's like, how? My gosh. Just... How did that happen? She was walking the dog and there was apparently a hole in the ground, which I say apparently, but yeah, there's a bunch of random holes in the ground around our house from like the complex people, landlords, whatever. Kinda, I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they dug a bunch of holes around here. And so she was walking the dog and she didn't see one. And so she fell right into it. She hit her knee and I don't know how she broke her toe exactly. She said she heard a loud, like, crack. And that was a couple days ago. But like it keeps getting worse. It was like pretty swollen. She was like, I don't really want to go to the doctor. But then her husband started yelling at her today to go to the doctor. He even came up here and I told him, listen, if she doesn't want to go, she doesn't want to go. To be fair, like, it's pretty bad that it's swelling and it's purple, but one time I broke my finger and we never went to the doctor about it. I'm fine. I didn't lose my finger because it wasn't like a crazy fracture. Like, granted, I'm not saying don't go to the doctor if you think you broke something. You should definitely go. But in our case, we're very poor. And I managed all right. And in her case, it's kind of like my case where like purple and swollen, but like it's not at a 90-degree angle or anything. It literally looks fine. It just hurts and is swollen and purple. But anyway, yeah, he came up here and I'm like, I feel like yelling at her is making the situation worse, man. Don't, like, I don't want to be a part of that argument. Just if she doesn't want to go, she doesn't want to go. Like, I would say give it a day, and if it still keeps getting worse, then yeah, make her go. But like, calm down. You screaming isn't helping at all. But anyway, she decided to go. So, we'll see what happens. She already has a crazy amount of medical debt from, like, miscellaneous visits, so. But that's just American healthcare system in a nutshell. Don't get me started on veterinary expenses. Our vet, Midna's dental x-rays came back and it turns out she needs almost all of her remaining teeth extracted. Because she has feline tooth resorption, which if you don't know what that means, it's basically it's kind of like an autoimmune response where their body just starts like attacking and destroying their own teeth. So yeah, that's probably gonna cost me another $2,000. I love that. Love that for us. It is what it is. Though. Can't catch a break ever. Just, yeah, this is how I gotta pay the bills. We gotta we gotta sell Micah's body now. Sounds quite horrible. Or Momo. True. Hey, let's not be calling each other out here. But otherwise, Menda's doing okay now. Reason we were talking about that is she had a follow-up visit at the vet, and the truth is she's doing better, but like she's not doing as well as we would hope after that tooth extraction, because we thought that was a primary issue there, but yeah, the dental x-rays confirmed that really, in order for her to get back to being at 100%, we think she does just need, like, almost a near full mouth extraction. So they referred us to like a board certified dentist because they can't do that many extractions at her general vet. And so that is going to be my life now. We scheduled the initial visit, but I'm hoping that it won't actually cost as much as some people get charged, because normally when you schedule like dental or tooth extractions for pets, part of the reason the cost gets bumped up so much is that they usually do x-rays beforehand to determine exactly which teeth need to be extracted. And in Minna's case, we already did all those, so I'm hoping that would make it so that, like, it's not quite as expensive. Because to be honest, those x-rays were very, very expensive. I'm talking that last big bill I had was like a solid 70% of that cost. Yeah. It's like, no, and the worst part is they charge you for the x-rays and then they charge you an extra like $130 per analysis of each one. Like, oh, I have to pay you $130 to just take a look at it too. Wow. Okay. Love that. Yeah, to be fair though, it's not even the actual vets themselves, like at the office I take my cats to, it's not them. It's they outsource those x-rays and stuff, so I don't think that's entirely their fault, although I know that they are notorious for overcharging for other things. But yeah. Our vet told us she had to call several times to remind them to actually take a look at Midna's freaking x-rays. Because they kept, like, I guess forgetting. Because, like, over 2 weeks passed before they finally sent in those results. Even though her skull x-rays came in, like, right away. But yeah. I'd like to think she is doing a little bit better now because she's gotten some of her sass back, and earlier she was really fighting me to not take her meds. Like, she was like snapping at the syringe trying to bite it. It's like, bro, your teeth are messed up. You shouldn't be trying to bite anything solid. Like, what you doing? But I'm starting to go through one of those periods where, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I'm deriving a little less enjoyment from doing the things I normally do. I guess it's because I've been playing too many video games, and now all of a sudden playing video games, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. But I also just think it's because, Midna's situation has me feeling a little upset, so I'm trying to just take it easy and not think too hard about it. But thinking too hard about things is like my specialty. Also keep thinking about all the other things I need to do over the course of this summer. I'm like, I already said that I was only gonna take the first week of June to do whatever the heck I wanted, and we're already on the second week. Like, on Saturday I was like, you know what, I'm taking another week. And I feel a little guilty about it, but at the same time I feel like I haven't properly taken a break in like a year at this point. So it's like, I really, really do feel like I mentally just need like 2 full weeks of resting guilt-free, because if I'm resting but feeling guilty about it the whole time, then I'm not really resting, I feel. Yeah, for sure. Except once Midna's stuff is taken care of, I'm gonna have thousands of dollars in medical debt to cope with. But yeah, no, for sure. I can't wait until she gets those teeth taken care of and I can properly rest. Because right now I'm having to give her meds 3 times a day and it's so exhausting. Because she fights so hard. I feel so bad. But it's like, you need to take this, girl. Oh, but like, don't feel obligated to do that either. I appreciate it, but again, don't feel pressured to do that. Okay, I can't stop you. But yeah, part of me is like dreading Saturday because that's when we're taking her to that place for her first visit, and I'm sure first thing they're gonna do is talk price. Like, alright, you want what, 8 teeth taken out? That'll cost you 3,000 bucks. Oh wait, never mind. We're gonna charge you an extra 300 for so and so thing. Who knows? I've never been to this place. It's 2 hours away from here. We're gonna have to drive 2 hours to get that taken care of. Which isn't the first time I've had to do something like that for a specialized surgery for one of these guys. My cat, Mayneth. We had to drive also 2 hours to get his, I guess, TMI, sorry, neuter surgery done because he is cryptorchid, and that type of surgery is like both a spay and a neuter at the same time. So, and with cats it's like really hard to get done properly. So we had to drive 2 hours and I had to pay 400 bucks to get that taken care of. But I'll take 400 bucks over freaking 3,000 or however much this is gonna cost. I'm hoping it's 2,000. I'm hoping it's 2,000 because that's what I can afford. These cats do be something else. It's like starting last year I got, or no, I feel like it's ever since we moved here. You hope it's less. So do I, but at the same time, it's just like, at most, please don't be more than 2,000. But like, yeah, I feel like ever since we moved here, I've had so many issues like related to health with my cats. It's freaking crazy. I feel like there's a curse in this place, I swear. I'm also convinced that my room is haunted, but that's a topic for later. But yeah, we moved here and literally all of my cats caught a cold, which I did not know cats could catch colds. But yes, they can. The sneezes are very cute, but also very concerning. The spill the beans. Oh, about my haunted room. I mean, in a bit, maybe. It just dropped that bomb. Okay, but let me finish my cats. So yeah, like all the cats caught a cold. Twice. That happened twice, actually. It started with one, and then all of them caught colds. Like, literally, at one point, my cat Velvet, I went over to her, and she had, like, a little bubble of, like, mucus. You know, like, Yoshi in Mario 64, in his little sleeping idle animation? It looked like that. Very cute, but my poor cat. Thankfully, they got over it. I know. Thankfully, both times they got over it relatively quick. And then, you know, the thing with Mayneth happened. Is it? I swear Yoshi does the thing. Oh well. My memory is bad. But, yeah. And then... Oh, yeah, I am thinking of the DS. My bad. I'm uncultured. That's the one I played. Sorry, I meant to specify Mario 64 DS. I'm sorry. The DS was my first console. See? The superior version. But yeah, the cold, Mayneth needing that extra expensive surgery, and then last year, one of my cats, my second oldest, he had a tumor, which I also had to pay 400 bucks to get that. Actually, no, having it taken out was like 100 something, and then I had to pay an extra $300 to have a biopsy done on it to make sure it wasn't, you know, cancerous, which it wasn't, thankfully. But yeah, and now this. So, love that. But I guess I should now elaborate. I do think my room is haunted. Like, no cap. I am being very genuine when I say that. I genuinely think there is something in this room. First of all, when I first came up here, the first thing I noticed, there's a creepy ass opening by my door. Like, it looks like an opening to an attic. I've never opened it to actually make sure. I say blame it. Yeah, honestly, I will elaborate on this maybe later because it's related, but in our old house, I literally lived in that house by myself for weeks at a time because mom was doing like a different job elsewhere. And that was before she met him. As soon as she met him and he moved into that house, creepy shit started happening. Like, no joke. Everything was fine until he moved into that house. And then I was hearing, like, footsteps and shit, okay? So, I'd say he does attract demons. Like, not to be superstitious, but... yeah. But, I have literally seen... like a person walk into my room before when no one was there. Like, I was talking with my cousin at the time. I don't even know what the heck we were talking about. But I just remember, like, out of the corner of my eye, I fully see a grown-ass person. Yeah, no, he's definitely cursed. I see a grown-ass person. Like, I can even tell you they were wearing a white shirt. I could tell so clearly it was a person walk into my room, like from my door over to where my closet is. Like, I saw them walk by, and I thought to myself, oh, that must be mom, I guess. She's up here for something, because oftentimes she comes up into my room to use the bathroom, because sometimes downstairs is occupied, whatever. But I literally, like, I was on the phone with my cousin, and I got up, and I was about to tell her, like, oh, hold on, mom came on up here, I'm gonna go see what she wants. So, like, I get up, and I walk over to where I saw the person, like, walk in the direction of, and it hits me. It's all dark, there's no one there, all the lights are off, no one's up here, no one's in my room. And I'm like, I just saw a person. What was that? Maybe she went back downstairs and I didn't see her? So, I don't know if it was later or right away. I think it was a little bit later. I went downstairs to talk to my mom. And ask her, hey, did you go upstairs for something? And she's like, no, I haven't been anywhere. I've been down here the whole time. And I'm like, but I just saw someone in my room. Like, someone went up there. And mom was the only person in the house at the time. So it wasn't like it was a certain other person. Like, mom could have been, she was the only other person it could have been. And she's like, nope, I've been down here the whole time. I'm like, okay. Alright. Alright then. Next time I'll ignore it. Because I'm of the belief that if you don't acknowledge those things too much, they can't have much power. Out of this house, out of this house. Yeah, that's why I put up that little Jesus thing by the door that says I saw that, because that's the area where I saw that thing. Aside from that, I've heard like random tapping up here when all the cats are asleep, because otherwise I can just be like, oh, it was a cat. No. They have their set nap times. That was like the one major thing I've seen up here. I can't think of much else. I guess I'm pretty bad feelings, like bad vibes sometimes. But like, I can always chalk that up to me being paranoid. I'm a very paranoid person, so. Oh, because it just feeds off him, bro. Bro's probably bros with the demon. They're in cahoots. I told, since there's that creepy opening by the door, I said, wonder what if that's like a crawl space or attic up there and there's like a Ouija board or some shit. I will say though, when he last left, a lot of that stuff went away. Like, I don't know if people will think I'm crazy for thinking this way, but genuinely, whenever he's like actively living here, like the very air gets heavier. Like, it's harder to breathe. And when he leaves, that shit goes away like real quick. And like, no joke, yeah, like in the other house we lived in, everything was fine. Like I was literally living in that house by myself because my mom got this thing where she wanted to be a truck driver for some reason. So she went to truck driving school. That's where they met. And she would be gone like all week. She would only come back Friday nights and leave again Sunday. So during the entire week, I was like, what, 15? I was living by myself in that house. And nothing ever happened. I was fine. Like, didn't really get any creepy vibes or anything. Well, I would definitely, at night, I would definitely bolt back into the room from the kitchen because I was scared, but I'm like that everywhere. But, like, I never heard or saw anything. And then as soon as that man moved into the house, like, I would hear... We all heard it, even. Like, there would be footsteps out in the living room, like, at 10 p.m. There'd be no one there. Yes, just like a cat. Like, full on. And not just that, too. One time, it was like 10:30 at night. I was falling asleep, and there was just this massive thud. It, like, shook the floor. Because at the time, I didn't have a bed frame. I slept on a mattress on the floor. Truly one of the worst times of my life. So whatever, it felt like someone out in the living room, like, jumped or something. And it shook the whole floor. And everyone was asleep. I was the only one still awake at that point. So... yeah. He also, while we were living there, he once claimed that he saw some, like, yeah. It was weird. He claimed, which, take it with a grain of salt, I don't believe much of what he says. He claimed he saw, like, a hooded figure, like a Grim Reaper type of thing, right? In the property, like, outside our house, which it was very densely, very rural area, lots of trees, very creepy at night. It was just not many street lights, so it was pitch black outside at night, very creepy. But yeah, he claimed he saw something like that once, which in hindsight I don't really believe that, but it's probably just his little demon friend following him around. And my mom, being a very religious person, with that stuff happening, she kind of blessed the house several times, and it still kept happening. But I think, like, after the 4th time, something like that, or like 5th time, things kind of like stopped for the most part. It won't take it away. Yeah, I mean, free food, bruh. You know they feed off negativity like that. And like the first night we moved to this new place, like, I could tell shit was gonna be bad immediately. Like, right off the bat, all out of nowhere, he just started friggin' fighting, yelling. He tried to start shit with me, and I got so upset. Like, I got uncharacteristically upset about it. Like, I was... like, he's made me very mad on multiple occasions, but the thing he said that night wasn't particularly enough to set me off the way that it did. I was so mad. Like, literally hands shaking in anger. Like, to the point where, like, I had to take a step back and be like, I am unusually mad at this. And I did actually talk back for the first time ever. That was the first time I ever talked back. And I think it was one of the only times I did. But he was being a freaking asshole anyway. Oh, now that I remember, it was... we had this beef with the thermostat in the old house. He would always set it to heat, even when it was like 70 degrees outside, 60 degrees outside, and he'd set the freaking heater on. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I would turn the heat off. I would put the AC back on or set the temperature a little lower, because in my room, my side of the house, it got really hot. And I later got a fan with like that displays the ambient temperature on the front to literally prove my point. And yes, it proved my point. My room is 15 degrees hotter than the rest of the house on average. Why? I don't freaking know. I think God hates me. But that was just a fight, him like starting beef with the thermostat. And then we moved here, and I got the room upstairs because the downstairs rooms were even smaller than the one I had in the other room. And I just, like, considering I was studying full-time at the time, I needed more space. So I got the upstairs room, and to my dismay, the thermostat is in this room for some ungodly reason. Even though I feel like the thermostat by default should be on, like, the living room, it's in my room in this house. And so first night, immediately he's like, if you touch that thermostat, I'm gonna take all your shit downstairs. I'm like, my response was like, you're the one who sets the thermostat. You're the one who puts the thermostat, like, up higher. Or, like, you're the one who sets the heater on when it's, like, 60 degrees outside. Like, it's not even remotely cold. But, alas. And yeah, I'm sorry. I be like that. I appreciate you. But the universe does seem to have some beef with me. With some of the shit that happens. Funny how life works. Starting to have your cats eat his fingers. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When it came time, when Christmas rolled around, I gave, which I only did this because Mom expected me to, but you know I don't like him. But I gave him a hoodie for Christmas. I'm like, so you can shut the fuck up. So you can stop complaining about being cold. I also get Mom similarly, I think at one point would complain about being cold, but she wouldn't mess with the thermostat too much because she knew that my room got really hot whenever they put on the heater. So I gave her a blanket. A blanket that one of my cats later became obsessed with for some reason. Laced with asbestos. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't realize I got this detail on. But yeah, I do have some kind of wacky stories of my time past few years. Next, no, actually, it's already the 5-year mark of this crap was recently. It's kind of crazy to think about. 5 years of this never-ending bullshit. I guess it makes for some interesting story time, so it's not all bad. Stop! Let me live that one down. It's fine. It's fine. At least I'm more attentive now. Preemptively pick up those bonflowers so I don't hit him. Although, definitely, I know in the past, offline, I've accidentally gotten myself blown up by shooting bomb arrows. And gotten caught in the crossfire, so I'm not very smart. I like to think that I consider the consequences of my actions ahead of time, but sometimes I do be a little a little slow. What? Hold on just 1 second. Okay. Wait, did I miss a... Yep. Missed a detail there. Am I the only one with weird ghosty experiences though? I'd love to hear more. I eat that shit up. Hold on, just 1 second. Don't mind the ruffling. I mean, rustling. Wrong word. There we go. Never. I see. Near failed tooth fairy event. I'd love to hear the context for that. No, okay. Just intrigue me and hang me out to dry like that. SMH. Bruh. My earliest paranormal-ish experience. Alright, sure. My earliest paranormal-ish experience goes back to when I was like, I'd say 3 or 4. I think it's probably like the earliest memory I have. hilariously enough. And it was at my grandma's house. She has this like side room, which kind of just looks like an addition that was made later on the house. And that room's kind of weird. She's always had it kind of sealed off for whatever reason. I know when her brother lived there, he would sleep there, which I don't know how the heck, because that room just smells like dust or something. I don't know. That's a weird room. It's like at a lower level, and then the ceiling is like sheet metal. I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. Again, it's like a half-done addition. And that room used to have like 3 windows on the side, on the far wall, which those windows didn't really look onto anything. It was like those windows were like a foot away from the next door neighbor's outer wall, which is normal for construction over there in Puerto Rico. And like I remember looking over into that room, and I just see one of those, or I believe it was 2 of the windows actually, just going ham, like opening and closing by themselves. There was no one there. And these types of windows, they're like shutter windows that you open and close them by like spinning this little handle, kind of like old car windows that you roll up or down. And I remember like the little spinny handle thing was just, it was spinning out of control, and the windows were opening and closing like crazy. There was no wind or anything to cause that. There was no one there. And I never got an explanation, but several years later, my grandma had those windows taken up and that wall shut off. Grandma's house always has weird stuff. Blame gnomes? Sure. If they got all the way up there. But yeah, weird stuff always be happening at grandma's house. I feel like that's just like, it's like a requirement for any grandma's house. Weird shit must happen on a regular basis. Rule number 1, if you're a grandparent and own a house. Because one time the walls are melting again. The ceiling in my grandma's house sure chips away, and bits of it fall on you all the time. Or rather, I guess it's the paint on it, rather. Always getting in my eyes and shit. Wait, I'm trying to fix this. I think the weirdest part of my grandma's house is this bathroom in the back of the house that she's always left abandoned. Never uses that bathroom. I think I've seen her use that bathroom maybe once in my life. It's gnomes. scariest part about that bathroom is it used to be absolutely ridden with roaches, like big ones. Like you go in and there'd be like dozens on the freaking floor. Genuinely horrifying. Scariest thing. Scarier than any ghost. Big ass roaches. And that's why you get the flamethrower. Yeah, for sure. Although when I went last summer, that bathroom was squeaky clean. But the problem is, I think that it's because the roaches have moved on to the rest of her house. Like, it was bad. I saw a lot of freaking roaches. It was horrifying. Like, one time I got up in the morning and I went out to the living room to get breakfast. And then when I went back to the room, I stopped dead in my tracks when I realized there was a big-ass roach on the door I had just gone past. That thing was hovering over my head and I had no idea. Disgusting. But that's just a thing over there. Even my aunt's squeaky freaking clean house always has, like, not always, but it gets roaches too. They're just everywhere. Land of 10,000 No's. Yep. There's nothing in this world that I hate more than roaches, except a certain person who has about as much worth as a roach. I wouldn't even mind it that much if they weren't like the huge ones. And the thing is, when you're over there in Puerto Rico, like, flying roaches are very much a possibility. I've yet to see one over here. I know if you go to Florida, it's a thing over there, but I was one time in our old apartment. There were 2 flying roaches in Mom's office. They freak. Some of them do. When they're a roach version. Yeah, sometimes they fly. That's the worst. I've had so many freaking nightmares of a flying roach going at me, and I always wake up when they get to my neck. I wake up gripping my neck in fear. Wake up curled up into a ball, gripping my neck like, ah! And it's never the small ones, either. It's always the ginormous ones. That's what my created the show. Oh, to be so blessed that you don't know that some roaches can fly. Ah, my childhood trauma. I remember some kids back in public school, in elementary school, they were like freaking 1st grade, because I left regular public school 3rd grade. These kids would grab these giant roaches. Sometimes they'd still be alive, and they'd grab them by the antenna and chase you with them. Hated those kids. Okay. What? Like on the actual character model? The artwork. Are you talking about this one? That That's intentional. That's just the thigh muscle, my friend. Except I should have continued it up into the short sleeve. You're good. It's not super apparent. Buff. Mandatory edition. That line right there is not intentional though. Let me see if there's anything weird. Okay, time to add the stuff. I forgot this little thing. Yeah. Ugh. Speaking of story cutscenes, I have not really considered much of the story ever since I beat the main boss, I guess. Why did... Okay. I didn't plug that in properly. Ever since I beat Dark Falls. I recently started back up and then haven't finished it. I'm behind. I also did that with my own character though. I'm like, these characters built like twigs. Like, let me get some meat on these bones. That's I would love to see that. Oh my god. That is really freaking funny. check something. Okay. Oh, yes. I'm glad you like it. Always like my red eyes to be striking. Piercing your very soul. I have not played much more since last time, so it was literally like the opening section, I'd say. I've been wanting to go back to it, but again, Boot Hill got me messed up. So yeah, really not much beyond the tutorial opening section. Maybe one day I'll try Elden Ring. Problem is, I fully expect myself to drop it if I get mad like I did with a Code Vein. Did I grab the wrong one? There you go. need it. I'm just gonna do it all solid. Don't panic, just trust me on this. Oops. Oh my god. Why am I so monumentally? No! This is why I should have kept the freaking opacity at half. Bruh. Oh no. I drew on the wrong layer. It's fine. At least I caught it relatively quickly. Double check this time. Okay. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about a thing. Unfogged. That's slightly more even. Hold on. Okay. Change that to like a blue. Don't mind me just making my life a little easier. See, but I kind of don't want that highlight obscuring her eye. What's up, buddy? Honestly, look kind of weird without the outline. Aight. Let me see. How shall I start? I think we'll start just shading under here. Me briefly turn those off. Actually, let me put those into a folder. Just her looming over my shoulder. But you better get this right. No pressure or anything. Wait, I kinda neglected to make these a little juicier, shall I say. I gave her blood circulation, my bad. Okay. A little better. Wait, I'm still missing crucial details here. No, I don't like that placement. I'm gonna put the... There we go. Time to shade these real quick. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm a professional. This is part of my job. Lovingly shading booba. How do I clip that? I'm a professional. Ask me. I'm a professional booba enjoyer. Oh my gosh. This is part of my job. Dog barking. I would have, okay, I would have soundproofed by now if I didn't have to spend $2,000 on my cat. In the meantime, you'll have to enjoy the dog bark. We're out here running a farm at this point. How many animals are in this house? It's not my fault. I might have the most cats out of anyone here, but... Oh my god, Kofi's stream bot scaring me. I'm like, who? Like, who? What? Oh, okay. Alright. Just broadcast my degeneracy like that. I mean, professionalism. Nothing more. I think today I'm gonna try to call it at 9 p.m. So I got like, what is that, 35 minutes left? And then just keep going at it tomorrow. It's just, this time frame kind of works better because Midnight gets a medicine dose at 6 and then one at 9, so just kind of do it in between giving her meds. Because then after 9 it's like, that's a medicine that's a real pain to give to her because they gave it to me in pill format. Just have to figure out a way to get her to take it without losing a chunk of my finger. Yeah, really, of all the cats to get sick, because the rest of my cats are honestly really chill about taking medicine if necessary, but Minna, She's freaking crazy, bro. She is the most confident cat out there. She'll beat the crap out of me. We love her for it though. We love a strong, self-assured woman. Of course she is like that. She's the only cat of mine that we got back in Puerto Rico. She's a feisty little Latina cat. Like me. Much like me. I should use some of my toggles at some point. Let me see. There we go. The little switch is kind of weird. But alas, not much I can do there. Vartist. I remember way back when I used to draw like every night for like freaking anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. I'm really paying the price for it now. I'll still draw for a long ass time without any breaks, but it hurts. Yeah. Let me fix that. Okay. There are many steps left to this though, because after getting this kind of cell shading done, then I go back and blend out the shading, and since it's a painterly style, then I go back and paint over it. Aw. I'm glad you enjoy watching me. Like, I hope watching me draw isn't boring. I know I like watching other people draw, but it's different when it comes to myself. Give her body a little bit more definition here. Buff. Buff. Make her buff. Aw. Nice. Like, a pro. Am I really a pro? Should be. I have a freaking bachelor's degree in this shit. Not technically. My degree is in video game art, but specifics. Sort of. I feel like I winged it my entire degree. I'm still winging it now. But I appreciate it. College degrees are very expensive pieces of paper. Better count for something. I owe 20K for that piece of paper. Yeah. Expensive ass pieces of paper. You know my mom owes like 70,000 for all her student loans because she's working on her doctorate. You ain't catching me doing that shit. Nuh-uh. Bachelor's was enough. Like, it's very impressive for someone to get a doctorate. Like, mad respect, but never catching me doing that. Oof. But I love that with this more openly accepted attitude of maybe college degrees aren't so necessary. This whole crap of, oh, this university is so prestigious. If you didn't go to that one, then blah blah blah. Like, your degree isn't as impressive. It's like, bitch, I slaved away for freaking 4 years for that shit. It's so funny. There's around where I live, there's a pretty famous-ish university that people think, oh, it's such a big deal if you go there. And obviously, since I work in education, you find more people who kind of like, I don't know how to say it in English, but like in Spanish I say son medio come mierda. They're a little stuck up. And like these two teachers were talking about how, oh, we got our degrees from there. Each of us, we got a bachelor's and master's from that university. And some kid just goes, damn, that's a lot of student loans. That's a lot of student loan debt. And everyone just laughs. I love that. It's like, yes, let's stop with this weird attitude of, oh, I went to so-and-so university. Like, calm down. It's impressive, but like, it's not that. It's not all that. I love that kid. She was so iconic for that. Damn, that's a lot of student loan debt. No, that university is so freaking expensive. I think it's like 50K a year. Like 50K per academic year or school year, whatever, to attend there. So like a single degree, depending on the type of depending on the type of financial aid you got, definitely like you're probably gonna end up with like 90,000 in debt or around that number. So I can't imagine how much debt you'd be in if you got both a bachelor's and a master's from there. Like holy shit. It's probably about as much as you'd have to pay for a decent sized house at this point. Actually, no. Even little shacks are like $250,000 now. Housing market is a mess. Yeah. So like these teachers, why the hell are you like spending, like getting yourself in tens of thousands of dollars of debt to be a freaking teacher? You get paid like 40K on average around here. Like what are you doing? Not worth it. The bragging rights, not worth it. I love hearing that university actually heavily underpays their professors too. Like, I love it. Regretting life choices. Yeah, I mean, that's why they keep bragging about it. You gotta justify the crippling student loan debt and the mediocre salary. Unless they're like a certain person I know whose parents paid for most of their degree. I'm not jealous at all. Attending that university and getting out of it with zero student loan debt. Life is not fair. I mean, I don't mean to be like jealous of other people. It's like good for them. That's so nice. I wish I could have that. At the same time, it's like, dang, what did I do in my past life to deserve what I put up with? I must have done something messed up. I say that, but then if I watch any type of like historical show or anything like that, I'm always like, damn, I would have gotten burned at the stake for being a witch or something. Because I would not put up with any of that crap. Probably. I do love that. Completely random topic, but I just want to say I do love that shortly after I got into crocheting, I found out that there is crochet drama online. I'm like, of all the things to have drama surrounding it, like crocheting and knitting is like the chillest thing you can do. Like that literally is stress relief for me. And you're telling me that the crochet and knitting communities online have drama? What? I saw one about someone who, yeah, they make drama out of everything for sure. I saw one of some person who was selling a crochet pillow pattern, and people got mad because it turns out like the art on the pillow wasn't crocheted on like people assumed. It was like a cross stitch method of getting it on there, and it's like, I mean, I guess lying by way of omission maybe, but I don't think it's that deep. But then there was another one that was legit serious, and it was that there was like this whole convention for like yarn, like some type of yarn festival, and like it was a mess. There was like zero proper organization, and people were just out in the freaking rain. So it's like that I get, but other things is like, come on now, just go back to crocheting. Stop fighting people online. I find that internet, like getting too involved in the online community of something kind of makes me lose my enjoyment of whatever that thing is. This was especially the case with Xenoblade 2 of all things. I remember when that game first came out, oh my god, the online discourse. To this day, people fight each other so much over that freaking game. And I really had to take a step back that first year, because it's like, I literally can't enjoy the freaking game because everyone's telling you, oh, you're, oh, the design's bad. You're a misogynist if you like these designs. If you're a woman and you think they're okay, you have internalized misogyny. It's like, no? I think they're fine. I mean, sure, they have their issues, but it's not that deep, my friend. I'll say I like just doing my own thing. Life is stressful as is. I don't want to go back home and find more stress. Oh my gosh. They'll faint at the sight of the characters people create in that game. It's like, we can't, y'all can complain all you want. Xenoblade 2 is still the best-selling one of the franchise. Which kind of makes me a little bit sad, because I feel like the others should sell just as well, but it's what it is, man. I don't see fan art. I don't see fan art of, any Xenoblade character as much as I see fan art of Pyra and Mythra to this day. Yeah, I guess. True, that certainly helps. Admittedly, them getting added to Smash Bros. Created quite the discourse. I'm like, not this again. Just let me enjoy my anime growth in peace. I will say, Pyra said the greatest line in all of, fictional or romance, anime, anything, video games, history. And that is, I love this world because you're in it. That is the greatest line of all time. I'm sorry. No romance line will ever hit as hard as that one. Like, my daughter. My precious. No, not the whole anime sword wielders thing. Them fighting was, again, just discourse about them being over-sexualized female characters. To be honest, I don't recall seeing too much about the too many anime sword fighters. They hit the game has banned. Indeed. To be fair, a lot of the arguments with their designs are, at least in Pyra's case, it's like she's more of like a shy, reserved character, so her wearing an admittedly pretty skimpy outfit is a little bit like, does it really match her character that well? But to me, it's like, yeah, it's valid. If it were up to me, her design would be slightly different. But it's not like I got over it like an hour into the game. It's really not that big of a deal, but some people years later are still up in arms about it. I feel like you have bigger problems if you're that upset about a female character showing a little too much skin. Honestly, it's not even that she shows that much skin, it's just her outfit is very skin tight, I guess. Or, I mean, her shorts are really short. They're a little too short, for sure. I got back into the game and my poor girl has half her nalgas out. Somebody give her better shorts or something. And again, the whole spiel I had about how those shorts literally clip into her thighs. Half the time. Yeah, fair. To me, it was just like, I saw her and I'm like, whoa. But it's like, okay, sure. It is what it is. Some people are like, oh, how dare they, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but if you look at Masatsugu Saito's other work, I believe that was his name, it's a really typical design of his. Loves putting mech girls in their underwear, basically. Which is fine. It's whatever. Typical. True. I think when you really compare Pyro's design to that, it's like, she's really not showing that much more skin than them. But my biggest issue is like the like vacuum sealed mesh onto her chest. That's the weirdest part of her design for sure. But to me, it bothers me not because of it existing, but because like it's just her chest is weirdly modeled. Should make a mech suit for my model. Mech design for Rosen. However, I will give her reasonable length shorts. Speaking of adding to this model though, I genuinely want to make like a toggle where I hold like a little Aurelius plushie. So much potential. Or Micah, or both. Or Sylvester as well. Maybe put Sylvester on my shoulder. He's like the little devil on my shoulder. Good. I know, I do want to. It's just I'm like trying to figure out how I'd kind of position the layers in my head. It wouldn't be too hard to rig. I'm just figuring out how I would set up the layers on the art. Got 3 minutes left. Then I'm gonna call it. At the same time though, it's like, should I really be thinking of making more additions to my model when I still haven't finished my other stream assets? In due time. I have all summer. I say as I continue to do nothing for 2 weeks straight. I think I'll try to do it this week though. Finish the stream asset art. And then if I have some time, maybe I'll start those. But right now I'm really craving drawing the boys. All the boys again. It's been a bit. I've been kind of on a streak with just exclusively drawing Micah. Betraying my main man. I'm the worst. But also I have an idea for like a boot heel drawing that I would want to do. Like, oh my god, I want to, but at the same time, too many ideas. I don't know what to do with myself. You ever have so many things you want to do that like you just like sit there and do nothing because you're too overwhelmed by the options? That's me. He's number one. Yeah. Number one in my reverse harem. Alright. It's 9 here. Just as I finish shading that boot. The only thing that's left to shade, I guess, is the hair and the ears and that stuff up there. Ugh. That is for another day, I suppose. I gotta give my cat her meds. And, you know, she's probably gonna scratch me. Gonna have a huge fight, as always. But, gotta do what we gotta do. Thank you for joining me. I'll try to be back tomorrow, maybe? Have a good night. Sleep well. Remember to stay hydrated because it's getting really freaking hot now. And I'll see y'all next time. Good night.